Good evening folks, and welcome to another video. We're back on the York 861 CB radio, the York JCB 861. Hang on, I keep forgetting to do that. There, I always forget. There we go. Right, welcome back to the York 861 CB radio from 1981 thereabouts. Right, let's get you in position because we're not even looking at the camera, we're not even looking at the radio yet. What we'll do, move you around, zoom out. Right, so what actually we're on the other camera. So moving that one didn't make any difference. This is the one we're actually on, and this is another camera I'm going to be using. I forgot to switch over to the main camera, but I can do that in a second. And basically I can show you what hopefully what the issue was. I replaced this transformer at the back here, transformer 2, and on replacing that gave us our transmit back. So it was that transformer. Don't know how it failed, but it did. And that's what the problem was. It needs realigning. It will need realigning, I think, but I don't know. But I can't find my dummy load. But just to show you, you know, this is a pain. I'm trying to show you. Let's put it on channel 20. It's receiving now as well. So we'll bring this to there. When I key it up, you might see the needle move over. No, you can't. But trust me, we are now transmitting. So that's all it was that transformer. I downloaded the service manual and printed it out. I downloaded the manual for the Rotel RVC 240, which is, to all intents and purposes, it's the same board. But the problem we had, oh, here's the Mildred, right on cue. But the problem we had, hang on, the problem we had, there was no schematic in the bloody manual. So, oh God almighty. Yeah, watch the door, Mildred. Yeah, I'm just coming here. I'm just doing my video.
Yeah. I don't know if you want them.
Yeah. I'll have a go at them in a bit.
Cartridge there.
The cartridges there. Cheers.
Right. That's alright. It's eatable.
Edible.
Edible. So you look at them.
Yeah, I'll have a go at them.
I got your hey, look at it.
A Christmas pudding? How old's that?
Last year.
Man, they don't go out of date, do they?
Did he? But you can cook one of them anytime you want.
Yeah, I know they last forever then.
Right, I'm going to go. Well, that's one. That is definitely a lead that you want.
Right, well,
I
cheers.
shove one end in the other.
Right, yeah, that's what I want, Mildred. That's
Whether it works or not.
well, we're about to find out.
Plug it in.
Yeah, because I'm
Where's
just
this
doing.
iron you've got me? I nearly forgot.
Oh,
It don't
yeah.
matter if you haven't fucking can't
No,
find
no,
it
no.
now.
I'll get it now. I'll get it now. There's nobody watching this anyway. Well, there is actually 5 people watching. Nobody's commented yet, but somebody will. I'm just doing a follow-up on the York 861. I finally got it to transmit. It's only taken 10 years.
Well,
No, it's
mine took 3 years to put fucking sound for a jukebox.
And then in the end, it turned out not to be my fault.
No, it was fucking, you know that brand new fucking adapter I bought?
Hang on, come in the kitchen a minute.
That brand new adapter, that brand new plug I bought?
Yeah, it was a dodgy plug.
It must have been dodgy.
Yeah, well there we are, you see.
Well, yeah, but I thought, fuck this, I don't know.
Yeah, is that alright for you?
That'll do, and you want that, no one fucking came.
Yeah, I didn't think you would.
What's this?
So that's off my helping hands. I wonder where that went. That's me
Tip
sold
box and thingy.
from my soldering pump.
Why do you want that? I don't want the box.
What about the solder?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I thought you might. Yeah,
Might come around it.
yeah. Well, you can have the iron. It's good iron that Mildred.
Right.
I've only used it once.
Right, I'm going to go, because I might get to plug this Rolani in tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to change the cable on the volume switch.
I see.
Because you could use it for a tone arm, it's that thing.
Right.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change it, put that on the arm, right? Because it's got a fat one on that
Yeah.
arm.
And put them new output valves in.
I'm going to put them in, but
Put them in because them two that are in it are an odd
I'll tell
pair.
you what, they're fucking gonna even fucking flat the fucking tip room out.
I told you it's loud. I told you there's a lot of gain on it.
Right. Alright, I'll see you in a bit.
See you later, Mildred. Alright, that was the Mildred. Brought me a few bits. It's alright, our Mildred. Yeah, so what he's actually brought me is a USB lead, a long USB. Let's just swap this camera and go to the, let's go to the other camera. There we go. Right. Right. Now what he's brought me is a USB lead. It's an old one. But I'm not bothered about that as long as it works. At the end of the day. Just trying to How come that hasn't changed? Oh, it has. I was going to say, I was waiting for that camera to change. It has changed. Yeah. Let's move this out of the way a minute so I can see what's happening. Right. Let's move this other camera. This is not being used at the moment, so I can put this. Down there. I'm gonna set it up in a minute. Put that there for now. I'm gonna check this lead out and set it up in a minute. Anyway, what we'll do, we'll sort that out in a bit. Get back on with the York 861. Right, so the York 861 is now working, but I can't find my frigging dummy load. I don't know where my dummy load's gone, I can't find it. So it is working. It is receiving as well, because I had this on channel 19 earlier and it actually picked somebody up talking. What do you call it's come off here, the wires come off the aerial socket. So if I put my glasses on, if I just clip this, turn the signal generator off. There we go. And it is working now. And if I click that transmit, then it does transmit. I can't do it for long though, obviously. Let's just get the screwdriver here and we'll see if we can just there we go. Not worried about. Oh. Let's turn the sound down. We don't need that up. And that's it. There's nothing I can do. Does the low power work? It probably does, but it's not showing anything because probably the potentiometer is dirty. They always are in these. No, the low power doesn't register. But there again, once I do the final tune, let's check the VCO. So it is locking in now anyway. It's going into lock as it should do. Because I've got the negative of the power lead connected to the negative of the speaker. So let's check our VCO, and we're looking at 4 volts on receive and 4 volts on transmit on channel 40. That's how the manual tells us to do it, but I already knew that. But that's how the manual tells us to do it. We're 4.2, so we can let's try it with this plastic one, because the plastic one's always better. Oh, we're going up. We're going to go the other way. Oop. 3.8. Four volts exactly. We'll call that. Go to channel 1, and it's 2.2. And what does the manual say it should be on channel 1? Let's have a look. Because we got the manual, we didn't get the schematic, but we got the manual. We got the most important bit that we need now. Yesterday the schematic was the most important bit. Right, so VCO adjustment, set the unit to receive mode, select the channel selector, switch to channel 40, yeah. Connect the circuit tester on 12 volts, yeah. And locate T1 coil, rotate T1 coil so that the tester reading is 4 volts. Plus or minus 1 volt, which is right, that's what it reads. Then switch to channel 1 and check that 1.8, between 1.8 and 2 volts, 2.5 volts is obtained. And I think we were at 2 point, where were we at? Because we want to be as right as we don't need to pick the mic up. 2.2, we're in spec. That's good. We can't check the frequency because we are We should be on frequency anyway, but we can't check it because we don't have a dummy load. And I can't set the power up anyway because I haven't got the meter in here to do it. So the meter's in another room. It's in the shack. So the main issue with this radio was to get it to transmit, and we've done that. It now transmits. Hello, Steve, and hello, is that Kevin? It's Mr. Lovett. Hello, Kevin. Yeah, we're going to a 2-camera situation tonight. I'm gonna try it after I've done this video. After I've done this stream, I'm gonna have a go at it. Yes, it's nice, isn't it? I mean, I've been learning more about the software, Kevin, and the more I've been learning about it, I see the two dislikers are up here. Why don't they go somewhere else? You know, if they don't like it, why did they come on and click a dislike? And you know, I don't understand it. I'll never figure it out. But that was the issue. Yeah, while you're watching, Steve, have you by any chance got a 50 ohm wire wound? I could do the 50 ohm wire wound. If I get a 50 ohm wire wound, I can make a new dummy load up. Because I've lost my dummy load. I don't know where it is. I might have accidentally thrown it away, not thinking, because I threw a lot of stuff away, so it could have been trashed. But yeah, we've got. Yeah, I'll just quickly show you. Well, I say I'll quickly show. Oh yeah, I can. It's lying on its face. Thought the picture had gone off. Yeah, because I've got this. I've got this camera here. I'm gonna try to, Kevin. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'd like to, yeah. So let's just switch this. I'm getting a really good setup going here now. So if we move across, or let me just show you this, and then we'll move across here. Look at this. That doesn't really show you anything me doing that, does it? Because there we are. Let's. The only thing is, it doesn't stay there. It flies back, but you can move it by going like that. Now we're on the York 861. This USB socket I'm using is a bit dodgy, so if the picture takes a powder, I apologise. I've got to sort all this out, but I can put the camera where I want, and I can switch between cameras, which you know, and I can probably, whoops, I hope I'm not making you all feel sick, and I can, there we go. Yeah, someone was asking about where my parts, where do I keep my components. There we go. I can show you a proper view of it all now. As you can see, there you go, and there's the other camera, the Sony that I use regular. And that's, yeah, and that's that. This is our cheap webcam. I think it was about 16 quid. I bought this months ago, but it's got a crap mic in it. The microphone in this camera is absolutely rubbish, but the picture's not bad. It produces not a bad picture, and I could use this for, you know, the primarily function of it's gonna be is sitting on the windowsill, I hope, pointing down at the bench so that you get an extra view. And I'm gonna put a mouse on the end of the bench here so that I can move between the two cameras. But that's the plan. And here's a look at my record collection, my LPs anyway. There, a couple of tape recorders and a reel-to-reel up there, tape decks and a reel-to-reel, and some tubs of junk up there, some records that need filing in the correct place. There's me big collection of LPs. I got rid of a load of them, as you know. I had more than that, and right down at the bottom, there we go. And you know, there's the speakers that Kevin Lovett very kindly donated for the Sharp Vertical. That's going to get worked on soon. And there's the Sharp Vertical itself there. It lives in here. It's the workshop stereo, so it would be nice to finally get back into that and get it done at once and for all. It won't open, and I can hear the motor going, so I think it's the belt that's gone. So we'll, between my mechanism and the mechanism that came from Kevin, we'll make one good. And the only downside to this camera is there's no zoom on it. You can't zoom in, that's the only problem. Other than that, it's not a bad little camera, but I think it'll be alright for up there on the windowsill. So what we'll do, we'll pop this back on the bench there. And I will slide back over to the other one. There we go. And let's see what people are saying. Yeah, I'm going to try and do Goldborn. Yeah, cheers for that, Steve, my friend. Good evening, Benji. Sorry, good evening, Theo. Yeah, it's nifty that, isn't it? And I think that's how they all do it, innit? They all use this software or something similar. And they just, with a click of the mouse, away it goes. Good evening, Manshave Workshop. Who's that? I hope that's not that Sean. Who else have we got? Is Benji anywhere here? I don't know, I thought I'd seen him before. Yeah, he's there somewhere. Hello, Tony. Hello, Theo. Hello, Benji. I thought you knew you were there somewhere, mate. Oh, you got a brew, Benji? That's a good idea, mate. I agree. I wholeheartedly approve. What's everybody working on? Well, I've been working on the York 861 CB radio, which you all know, and it now does transmit. And the VCO is correct. Well, the VCO is correct on receive, and I think the VCO is correct on... Oh, good evening, Tony. Congratulations, by the way, on passing your amateur radio exam. Top one, mate. Good evening, Andy Mouse. Yeah, I'm working on the York 861, which has had a problem with its transmit. It turned out to be transformer number 2 that had failed, and there was no transmit. So I have replaced transformer number 2, and the transmit came back. But now I've done that, I'd like to do a full alignment, but I can't because I can't find my dummy load. I've gone and lost my dummy load, so I can't do that until I find it. So there's going to be a part 3. doing the alignment. So the radio is now working and it receives. It was stuck on one channel last night, and also I also think the PLL had something to do with it. So I did actually change the PLL because I had a radio with no cases. So I nicked the PLL out of that. I'm going to when I swap the PLL over, that got the receive back as it should be. And then I still had no transmit, so oh, you bought yourself a Yaesu 89, what's that, an 891? Oh, lovely. FT891. You have to send me a pic of that, Tony. And the Manshave Workshop says he's always been interested in that ham radio stuff, but just never got round to doing any lessons. It's easy enough to pass. I mean, when I did mine I was a bit disappointed because most of the questions were on the regulations. They weren't actually on the technical side of it, and that disappointed me because the reason why it disappointed, I've just had something flash up. What's that saying? Oh, using what? Encoding overloaded. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, so it's let's just pop it in, just adjust this. So it's warning me that there's an issue, and that's nice that it warns you there's an issue, because I can now pop in and I can turn down the, we'll try it at there. What's that? We'll try that, see how that looks. There we go. Because we don't want it causing any problems. See if that error disappears in a second or two. Because I don't want to go any lower than what I am. What I'm thinking of doing, I'm actually thinking of setting up that other machine for doing all this. Because yeah, it's still telling me, it's still giving me that. I wonder if it's because I've got two cameras connected. Let's just disconnect this camera. Can you do that? Yeah, I've just turned that one off. See if that error comes up now with that off. If I want to use two cameras, I might have to go for a lower setting. Yeah, that seems to have done the job. But yeah, if I want to use two cameras, I'll have to probably go for a lower video setting. I'm not bothered about that. I'll lower it a little bit because I can still go a bit lower than what I am. I can go to 3000 and still get HD out. I'll still get 1080p out of it. So no, that isn't the issue. It's still coming up. It could be the try using a what? Yeah, it doesn't tell you everything. Encoding overload, consider using. Let's try changing a couple of settings. You can do the nice thing about this, you can change settings on the fly. So we'll go back up to where we go back to, let's change the audio bit rate. That doesn't have to be that high, that can be at 160. Right, move this over so I can see any changes. There we are. Right, so right. I've got a message. So we're back to 4000 kps. It was alright last night, so I don't understand that. Let's try change the encoder. It won't let me do that in software. Oh, sod it. It's working, it hasn't gone off, and the internet's... Yeah, try using a... It doesn't tell you the rest of it. Let's maximise the screen, I might be able to read it then. Try using a faster encoding preset. Right, so I'm not gonna be able to do that on the fly. So I'm gonna have to do that when I come off. Let's see what this text message is. Well, I say text, it could actually be... Oh, it's Tony who sent me a picture of his radio that he bought. Let's have a look. Because I did ask him to send one, didn't I? So let's have a look. See what he's bought. He's an old friend of mine, Tony. I've known him years. Oh, yeah. That's a nice little thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice radio, that. Nice Yaesu. I like Yaesu radios. I've got a little Yaesu 2 metre and 70 centimetre set in the shack, and I do like them. I like the 2 metre. I like Yaesu radios. I think they're pretty good. Yeah, HF and 6 metres. That's nice, that. Yeah, well, I'm glad you passed anyway, Tony, because I know you've wanted to do it for years, because I know you've dabbled in radio for a long time, and you've always wanted to do it. I'm glad you've done it, mate. Really am, mate. Yeah, you can. You know, I don't think you quite make the journey from here, from where you are to here. If you did, we could have had a chat. Well, we could if you had 2 metres. 57. Anybody got any what? 57 572B valves, I think that says. I haven't. Need them for your linear. You shouldn't be using linears, they're illegal. Shouldn't be using linears. They're illegal. I wouldn't give you the valves if I had them, because linears spoil it for everybody else. So, yeah. No. Yeah, you're not allowed amplifiers in this country, as far as I'm aware. I think you're allowed. I think you are allowed, but the things that these people round here bloody use, you know. I mean, there's people round here got 500 watts on. Got 500 watts on, and they're on CB. 500 watts on CB round here. You know, it's not on. But no. Right. Yeah, well, they must. Well, if George says they're illegal on HF, they must be. I didn't know that. I'm being an amateur radio operator, but then again, I don't really have any interest in linears. But you'll probably pay money for them, George. Yeah, what you saying, Tony? You just got up 1,000 feet in Wales. Well, you live in Wales now, though, don't you? You know, so you can use them on HF. No, I'd actually overlooked that. I do apologise. George there for getting it wrong, mate. Yeah, I got it wrong. I hate when I get it wrong, but there again, we can't always be right. You know? These things happen. We all make mistakes. Anyway, so that's that little radio done until I can build a new dummy load. And I only need a 50 ohm resistor. Just to a 50 ohm resistor at about 25 watts would do me. For that. I'm just looking at why this thing's deciding to tell me that it's overloading the encoder. I don't understand why, because it's weird. Yeah, you do need a full license to use. Yeah, you can only use 12 watts on the foundation license. But the thing is, they don't make a radio that does 12 watts, as far as I know. I have my radio set. I have my radio set on 20 watts. My little Yaesu, it's on 20 watts, and by the time you're taking the account of the loss through the coax and stuff, I'm probably losing half that. So, and me Trio, me Trio 700. I don't think that's not that powerful. So, you know, but you don't need the power if you know how to do it. Right, well, George has had his licence for 40 years. Well, he'll know a thing or two then, won't he? Obviously. You know, I do, you know, but they don't make, you know, when I did my exam, we were told we could do 12 watts. But they don't do a 12 watt radio. I mean, they do radios with variable power where you can probably set it, but my radio goes up in stages. I can tell you, actually. I think I can. I've just opened my gob again, haven't I? Oh no, I can tell you. I can tell you what my radio does, my little Yaesu. The one I've got is an FT 7900E. I can tell you what it does because I've got the manual. It's probably got a schematic diagram in the back of this as well. No, it hasn't, which is not surprising, I suppose. Now let's have a look at this, see what page the specifications are on. Probably at the back. Specifications are probably at the back, aren't they? I'll just go straight there. Tells you what the frequency ranges are. Auto mode preset operating parameters. Declaration of conformity. It would help if it told me. Would help if it told me where the. I know it does 50 watts, but I can't. I think it's 5, 10, 20, and 50. It's yeah, 5, 10, 20, and 50. I'm sure it is. But you'd think they'd give you some specifications, wouldn't you? Have a look in the front. But it's not a bad little radio, to be honest. Here, key overview. Here we are, specifications. It had to be here somewhere, didn't it? Output power. It actually does 5, 10, 20 and 50. Well, I have it set on the next one up from 5, so I must have it set to 10, not 20. Yeah, because it has low and then a bit more, and yeah. But I've had this radio since 2011 and it's a really, really good radio. Well, put it one way, if it blew up tomorrow, I wouldn't be contacting Yaesu and demanding me money back. I'm really happy with it. So yeah, it goes from 5 watts to 50 watts, which is what I thought it did. But you tend not to look all that often. I mean, you just generally turn them on and use them. But what else can we do? Yeah, so I don't know. There's something in this I've changed. This software's doing my head in. I mean, let me go out of this. Oh, hang on, I've changed cameras. Hang on. Oh no, I haven't. Oh no, hang on. What have I done there? Start virtual camera. Oh no, I've removed the camera. It doesn't matter. There we are. See if it behaves now. I've removed that. No, it's still doing it. Right. I'm going to end the stream anyway because I want to set up though the camera before it gets too late. And you're multitasking tonight, are we Benji? In what way are we multitasking? Hey, there's 4 people dislikes this, really. 4 people don't like it. Well, go somewhere else if you don't like it. Don't mind me, I don't care. Just disappear. You know, go somewhere else if you don't like it. You don't have to sit here. Yeah, it does my head in that. I mean, why do people go on that they don't like it yet they're still prepared to sit here? I'm going to lower these settings. Because this is doing my head in. Because I'm not sure if I can do it off stream. I probably can. Output. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, folks. I'm not going to mess with it now in case it goes off. I'm going to end the stream in a dignified way. And we'll come back and we'll do a bit more on this York. I'll tell you what it could be. Let's close that other page down behind here. There we go. Could be that. No, it ain't. See if it disappears. What I'm going to do, I'm going to disappear because I want to set this other camera up before it gets too late. But I will come back on to check everything, so, you know, we'll have another chat in a bit, I think. But yeah, that's the little York 861 done. That can be put back together and put on the, well, once I've done the alignment. If I can get the alignment done, I'll probably do a video on the alignment tomorrow. I'll go through the alignment process with you. And we'll see how we go. Anyway, you all take it easy. And I will catch you all later. If you haven't subscribed and you want to, then go ahead and do so. If you want to be informed of my videos as and when they go up, then yes, feel free to click the bell. I'll catch you all later. You all take care and have a great evening, what's left of it. Bye for now, folks.